Hello and welcome back. My name is Marcus and today I am doing the Authortube Newbie Tag 2.0. It's been about 2 or 3 weeks maybe since I did the Authortube Newbie Tag, but I entered into Authortube at the precise moment when a whole lot of stuff was going down, and as a new beginning, Jenna made a new version of that tag, and so I'm doing that now. I'm not actually upset, I like doing these tags. And I'll just get straight to it. Question number 1. I have the questions down here because I can't remember them. What's your book's pitch? If you have multiple works, choose your favorite. And I'm gonna choose my current work in progress, ARC. The last civilized place in a world damaged by bioweapons and mutated monsters turns out to not be so civilized as one would have hoped. I don't know if that's a good pitch. The thing is, I am very bad at keeping things short, so this was the only thing that I could really make succinct. But of course, there's much more to it, and I don't even know if this is the most important part, so... Anyway, number 2. If you were a book, how would you pitch yourself? I'm bad at pitches. Maybe that should be my pitch, actually. But I made an attempt. 30-year-old trans man flailing around in search of the ultimate balance in life. I mean, it does sort of sum me up. So, okay, so with those 2 questions out of the way, those 2 questions that were the trickiest ones out of all of these, I'm gonna move on to questions that I'm a little bit more comfortable with. Question number 3, what do you usually write? I usually write fantasy or science fiction or any kind of speculative fiction, really. Mostly geared towards adults or possibly young adults, if I am allowed to call it that, when there is very little romance in my books. I don't know if that's actually a criteria for young adult, but I know that it's very common, so yeah, I don't know. Adult, young adult-ish. Question number 4, what's something you will never write? I mean, there are a fair few genres that I'm not exactly comfortable with the thought of writing, but the one I'm gonna say here is erotica, because I've tried, but I cannot do that justice at all. It just sounds awkward or weird or... yeah, no, I can't do that. Question number 5, what's your goal for starting an Authortube channel? My goal, I have several goals. Documenting my writing, because I've found that it's really nice to have a record of when I started writing something and how it went and when I wanted to give up on things. So first and foremost, it's a record of my writing for myself. And it is also a way of holding myself accountable through writing vlogs, which is something that wasn't actually a goal when I started making this YouTube channel, but it has become a goal because I've realized that that is actually a very, very good way of holding myself accountable. And my third goal, which was a goal from the beginning, was basically making friends, finding other people who write, other people who talk about writing, and just finding people to talk to about writing, because I love talking about writing, and I feel like I don't get to do it enough. Question number 6, what made you want to start writing? This is basically when I was 8 years old, I wrote a story for school. It wasn't something I did just because I wanted to, although I had written a few stories before that just because I wanted to, but yeah, let's not talk about that. When I was 8 years old, I wrote this story for school, and it got so much praise. People loved it, my teacher loved it, and my classmates loved it, and my classmates didn't like anything that I did. So yeah, my parents loved it, and it was just such a positive experience, and people telling me that I had done something well, that I decided that I'm gonna keep doing this because I am good at it. Question number 7, what is your publishing path? As in self-published, traditional published, hybrid? Haven't decided yet, or not intending to publish at all. I want to be published, and I am aiming to be traditionally published. And the reason for that is mostly because self-publishing is so much work, and after writing a book, I'm not sure that I'm ready to put in all of this extra work to get it out there. At least not if I can get someone else to put in that work for me. I am willing to make a little bit less off of my books if I can outsource some of that really hard work to someone else, someone who is a professional, someone who really knows how to do things. So that is why I'm thinking traditional publishing is the best fit for me. Question number 8. What content do you bring to the Authortube table? I do weekly writing vlogs every Tuesday. That is the most consistent content you will get from me. And I'm also doing some writing advice based on my own experiences, things that I'm good at or things that I've recently learned that I want to share with people and things like that. That kind of content is going to go up on Saturdays. Maybe not every Saturday, although I'm going to try to make it as many Saturdays as possible. And of course, that particular schedule is subject to change in case something happens in my life that makes me not able to follow that schedule. But still, the writing content is writing vlogs and advice that I feel is good, that I feel I need to share, or that I feel I need to put up on the internet so that I can look at it again when I've forgotten it. Question number 9. What is your biggest writing struggle? My biggest writing struggle is finishing stuff. I start a lot of projects and I get fairly far in some of them, but finishing things is really, really difficult for me. Endings are really hard and I struggle with them a lot. But at least, I do struggle through it and I do finish things on occasion. Now, I do. If I really decide that I'm going to finish something, I do finish it, but sometimes it can take me a while. Question number 10 is, what is your best writing skill? And I want to say that my best writing skill is... It's a tie, I think, between world building, which is something that I just think is really, really fun, so I work on it a lot, and therefore I feel like I'm pretty good at it. And also writing dialogue, which I also think is really fun, and somehow kind of just... It comes kind of easily to me. And my dialogue is what people most often tend to comment on and say that this is really good. So, yeah. Next question, I'm going to do question number 12 because question number 11 is for experienced AuthorTubers, and I don't feel like I'm all that experienced yet. So, question number 12. If you're new to AuthorTube, what is your biggest AuthorTube question? I feel like I have so many questions and also so few questions, and the only one I could think of when I read this question was, how do you find your way around Authortube? Because Authortube is huge, there are a lot of channels. Most of them are relatively small, under 1,000 subscribers, but there are so many and I want to watch all of them, but I can't. How do you choose which ones to watch and not? And how do you not feel bad about not watching all the awesome content out there? Seriously, I am overwhelmed by all of the awesome AuthorTubers out there, and I want to watch all of them, and I want to hang out with all of them, and I want all of them to be my friends, but that's also way too many people, so how do you do it? Question number 13, which is sort of related to my question. Are you looking for any new channels to follow, betas, critique partners, or other type of writing buddies? I mean, I am still looking for new channels to follow because, again, there are so many amazing ones, and I know I haven't found all of them yet. But since I'm already overwhelmed by all of the ones I do follow, I don't know if that's... Yeah. I'm still going to keep subscribing to new channels, but what I'm looking for more actively is writing buddies, people that I can either write with or can help me keep myself accountable for writing. I will also be looking for critique partners and beta readers when I have something that I feel needs critiquing or beta reading. So currently, writing buddies, friends, people to talk to about writing, and in the hopefully near future, critique partners and beta readers would be amazing to find here too. And then we come to question number 14, which is the last question. What are you most excited for during this new fresh start on Authortube? And I mean, with this new Authortube, I'm excited about basically exactly the same thing as I was for the old one. finding the community, watching the community grow, because again, there are so many amazing AuthorTubers and so many different voices and diverse ideas of what to write and what to put up on AuthorTube, and I'm just looking forward to seeing everyone do their thing. Basically, I want to see what we can make out of this community, and I think it will be amazing. Anyway, those were the questions. I'm not gonna tag anyone specific in this because, I don't know, I just feel it's more fair to just tag anyone who's watching who wants to do it. Please do it. Drop a comment telling me you've done it so I can go watch it, because I want to see all of the answers. And of course, drop me a comment even if you've already done this, because I might not have had time to watch yours yet. And with that, thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you liked what you saw, and hit the notification bell if you like. Otherwise, come back on Tuesdays and Saturdays for new content, and I will see you in my next video.